is what goes in dry but comes out wet.
What goes in dry? What comes out wet? You.
Me. Okay.
Welcome to Breaking News Wahala. It's like parenting has gone under the drainage in the 21st century. As we see a high school student answering questions from a presenter on the street in some sexual ways, using both himself and the presenters as answers. We are going to be dissecting the issue. But before we go on, as usual, it's Breaking News Wahala. I'm your host, Marvelous Achafu Kelechi, and I'm always joined by Chimereze Henry Awunaya in our Toronto studios in Canada. Chimereze, how are you doing today?
Good morning, Mr. Achafu. I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you very much. But this news is making me boil. Breaking News Wahala starts now.
Good guys, why am I with today?
Yeah, hear what the vibe is saying.
Okay. On a scale 1 to 10, how smart are you?
Hey guys, as in like how smart, like street smart or like book smart?
1 to 10, how smart are you, just in general?
I mean, just like a 10. Let me match it with the energy.
10,
it's like a 10.
Always, ne? First question, ne? Is what goes in dry but comes out wet.
What goes in dry? What comes out wet? You.
Me. Okay. Always. What is a lot of things that have holes but contains a lot of water?
A vagina.
Wake up, fucking puss.
Wait, it has a lot of holes, but has a lot of water. I don't know, bitch. What is that? It's what do you call it? Jofok. I don't know.
What is tight but can stretch?
Why are these questions so sexual? What's tight
but can stretch?
that can stretch?
Yeah.
Me.
You.
Yeah.
Oh, Chim.
Chimereze, I've seen that video. You have seen the video too. We both watched that video. First of all, I am displeased, disgruntled, disorganized. It shows the collapse in the society. For a 14-year-old will be describing what stretches beyond the universe. Him. What can go into what becomes wet when it goes into you. He called the presenter a high school child on social media now. Rubbish, absolute bunko. It's one thing about the sexuality part. Me, I don't care about the sexual. Like we said, something does not have to come from the sexuality angle. But something can be. One thing we should accept universally is that children being sexual content or being exposed to sexual content, or especially teens, it's wrong. This child should be like 14 or 15, Chimereze. I find that disturbing. What do you think about the video before we? Yeah.
Before I even go ahead, I just want to be very blunt. I know many of you, if I even ask you what can go in and come out wet, what is the answer to that question?
Maybe the holy water. Who knows?
Holy water.
Maybe
Holy water.
Always want is to answer. And what can go in and come out wet?
What goes in and come out wet?
Can go in. A walking stick can go into your house and it comes out wet.
A walking stick.
A mopping stick. A mopping stick can go into your house and come out wet from your house.
You say the mop. Half of the people watching this video, to be honest, you don't even know the answers to the question. That shows you how sexual content is affecting everybody. That's the point I'm trying to say.
We are adults. For a high school,
we are adults, grown adults that cannot think beyond sexual content. Look at a place like YouTube that's supposed to be a place for education, a place to acquire knowledge. People are searching for porn on YouTube. Look at devices, technological devices that are supposed to self-educate people, that people are supposed to be getting education, free education. But half of the time on this phone, we look through this phone, through Twitter, through Instagram. What are we looking? What are our search engines? Look at Nigeria, the highest rate of the search engine. What Google is being used for is black gay porn. Ah, Eba Major. It shows you how decay the society is going. Nothing that is not sexualized is watched. So I don't blame young folks when we, the adults, the only thing we search half of the time are adult exclusive content. Then our children will be forced to look at the same thing. When we look at the music, who is on trend? Cardi B with big breasts and yash. And Nicki Minaj with big breasts and yash. That's what they are forced to see. So I don't blame a child if a child goes to school and the only thing the child thinks is sex because that's what's selling in the market. That's what we are selling, and that's what they are seeing. They are also observing us. A child will copy what he sees from his parents. So I think the first thing we need to understand is that society needs help first. Then, secondly, parents need help to train their children. We are now in a society where the other few years ago, a few months ago, a Brampton teacher came into school to teach children. He says he's a transgender, but he went to enlarge his breast. His breast became bigger than even his face, and he's teaching children. 1 plus 1, 2. What do you think that child will be looking at? 2 plus 2. We big breast. We big breast. And we have to sit down to say, should we allow this teacher teach in school with a massive, humongous boobs? Children. And you think these children are not observing. I think the fault begins with us. And again, I will blame the LGBTQ community. Because the child here, go ask a heterosexual child, a straight child. A straight child is more sensible than a queer child. Why? Because we have told children that if you are queer, one thing about being queer is your sexuality. We have shoved it in their faces that your sexuality, your pronouns, your gender identity is what makes you who you are. I feel that the first thing we need to start changing, we need to start changing the errors in our community. We need to start changing and telling queer children, you can be more than your sexuality. You can be more than your pronouns. You are more than just being gay. I want to be gay. I want to be accepted for who I am. Oh, money doesn't. When you become a lawyer, when you become a doctor, who cares if you are fucking who? Nobody cares, but everybody cares what you turn out to be. Before you talk about my sexuality, you first call me a content creator. Before you talk about my sexuality, you first call me a minister of the gospel. Before you talk about my sexuality, you first call me a gospel artist. Before you talk about my sexuality, you first call me a journalist. That is who I am. So we need to start teaching our children that before you become anything sexual, you become a personality. You become something useful. We need to tell queer children, wish to be presidents, wish to be mayors, wish to be senators, wish to sit in political parts, wish to be doctors, wish to be lawyers. Not, oh, I'm gay. Oh, I want to wear wig. We need to teach queer children that there is a difference between illusion and reality. Illusion is when everything is centered about your sexuality and you become a sexual being. But reality is that you know your sexuality, but you become something other than your sexuality. Many people will not like this video, but this is the result of queerness. This is what queerness needs today. A 13 years. If you ask this boy what his body count is, I am pretty sure he will tell you 20, 28. There was a video I watched the other day. 3 girls were called. They asked them, oh, have you had sex before? They were like, yes, what's your body count? 10, 15. I'm like, me at 13, I'm having 10 body counts. At 13 years old, I'm having 20 body counts. Hey, where is my mother? Hey, where is my father? Hey, where are my uncles? Where are the people that are supposed to be locking the door and saying, go and read your book? Where are the people that are supposed to be saying, come, let me tell you what I did at my age? When you don't have people to inspire you, then foolish people will inspire you. Fools also get old. So this is a time when we need to tell our queer children, come back. There is more about being queer. than just your booty and your yash. Over to you, Mr. Chaffo.
Around May 2023, the police arrested a content creator called Trinity. And what was his offense? For sexualizing a minor, a person below the age of 18. I feel like that same treatment should be met on this presenter. That would be almost my closing statement. But I feel like that same treatment should be given to presenters. I still, for me, I feel strongly that we have no place for sexual, what's the word, for sexualization
Of
of
mine.
your body. They have no business talking about sexual content. They have no business being sexual anyway. No matter how much what's the word, the society collapse. If they like, let them be having sex in churches. Although we have seen them doing their drinking competition in church. So we will see a priest. He called himself priest of drunkenness. What did he call himself? That's
Bishop is not priest, though. A whole bishop. Bishop of the wine.
Bishop of drunkenness. He say, my name is Bishop Highness. It's only in Africa you find those kind of foolish things. When it's to get the brain to be creative, you see them lack creativity. When it's to get the brain of invention, they will never see, but the brain to be nonchalant, to invent the most ridiculous things. Obviously, sometimes you see Africa become number one. I'm sorry, but not sorry. Sometimes these days, I wonder what's happening. Because I don't know how somebody will think, and the thing you can invest, the thing you can think of to be creative is to create a church of beer, church of drunkenness. Is that how ridiculous it would be? So even if like that kind of thing happens, and they create a church of sex, because there was a naked church before, I think the thing run out, he had to run out of clout, and I don't know whether it's still functioning, but I know that there was a time they created a church for people to come naked. The society can collapse to whatever form it happens. But children, especially people from what's the word, when they were born, from 1 day old, the age of 18, I would have always said 16. No, people are trying to push the age of consent to 16 because of obviously things like this. I know was probably 18 years in the Gen Z era. It's too what's the word,
long.
it's too big, it's too long. So maybe we should put it to 16. But to be honest, even if it's 16 years, I think of it as 16 years is not that bad. But if I used to feel like it was, but 16, if they want to, if it's a worldwide thing that is decided, I feel, but me, I still believe in the 18 years standard. The 18 years is good enough. Till then, they must be protected from all sorts of rubbish and radicality. What I see this as is pure radicality. It's a national embarrassment. It's an embarrassment on the world, not only in South Africa. So it's even a national embarrassment to the entire South Africans and the entire Africa. The fact that this was done in Africa. Because I dare that content creator to come and try it anywhere in England. And maybe come to Manchester or come to Southampton or come to London. Even London is in Equilibrium and go and interview 13-year-old girl and ask her what goes in wet and what goes in dry comes out wet. What stretches beyond the event? What stretches? The only thing that will be straight now.
What has many holes? But I know the second answer to the second question. What has many holes?
It's a sponge. The second answer to the question is
the answer to the second question is shower, because the shower has many holes and comes out with what has water. So when the water comes out,
I don't know, but I thought it was sponge. That what has many holes and comes out with me. On my right went to the bathroom. Maybe it's a sponge because sponge has many holes. So anybody can.
No, I think it's the shower. The shower has.
Now you're giving me better answer. Probably the shower, yeah. But let him go and try that rubbish. Go to Buckingham or go to Leicester and go and be asking 13-year-old high school. Maybe children from Oxford, like, what goes in dry and comes out wet? What have menu?
What goes in dry and comes out wet? I kind of feel it's your tongue, because your tongue goes in dry and comes out wet.
You are not even supposed to be feeling or thinking anything. You are supposed to rebuke all this kind of content creator. This content.
I'm trying.
This is content. You are supposed to not even think about this. You're supposed to rebuke it. Like, what kind of content?
I feel this content is meant for adults. It's meant for adults.
That's all this content. They can ask you what goes in wet and comes in dry. If you like, can say probably my grandma's pussy. Who cares? Nobody cares. They can ask me like, we know what my mother pussy or my dad's dick. Nobody cares. But when you go and ask what's for young people, all these kind of nonsensical, dirty questions, I'm sure if this happened in the UK, the guy will be coming off his feet in jail. The only thing that will be stretching the what answers, what stretches when you go inside. The only thing I guarantee will be stretching is his ass when he has been thrown in jail. When you go and meet all those horny men in jail. So it's amazing. All this kind of content has no place for minors. That's what I'm sitting to see. You can be, because I don't know, people lack creativity these days. They don't even know how to be creative anymore. And I think sometimes I still feel so happy that despite although this happened in Africa, so it's like an irony. But Trinity Zone showed me a good case that you cannot always get away with some nonsensical content that sexualizes minors. Many of them was not only Trinity, there was this other guy from Anambra. He had to go into ID because of why? Nonsense content. You must not get to that place that there are enough things to be creative about. There are enough things to be inspirational about. Go and be inspirational about those content, create good content, not all these nonsensical things and foolish things like thought of drunkenness. Amazing. And despite the fact that you will see pastor opening church every day, they can't even make the world a better place. Rather, you're making the worst place. People are not getting high on beer. Getting high on beer, saying that the Holy Spirit led me. Imagine they put a mic to the bishop, man. The bishop said, I was led by the Most High. Which Most High led you? You were led by a state of drunkenness. The Most High is Star Lagabia. The highness where you lead you now, Star Lagabia. Shame.
I think we're gonna talk on that, Reverend, and that.
Thank you.
Yeah. But in wrapping it up, one thing I kind of feel like in this video, I don't know why I'm talking this. One thing I kind of feel like in this video is where the guy said, "Why are all these Christians you're asking me sexual?" I think that is where he should have gotten the hint that he should have stopped the questions, because first and foremost, the kid is asking you, "Why are you asking me sexual content?" Kilo Day. I feel we should do more as.
No, it took a kid to educate him that all the questions were sexual. But it is well, amazing. Like I said again, we should always do more and be better at what they are doing. What a national embarrassment to that content creator. Shame on him. This is not content, this is trash. And that's our offering for breaking news, Wahala. As usual, as Chimerize will say it. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, and if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It costs no money to click that subscribe button. You know we're bringing you the best news around the globe, not just square news. We are bringing you educational news, comedy news, political news. Just the two of us. Stay tuned.